Today I'm here with a special host, Håkan Dahlby, who is Swedish double trap shooter, 4-time Olympian, winner of a silver medal at Olympic Games in London.
I was in Malaga. I came in to speak with some Finnish friends, and all of a sudden there's a guy sitting like this inside the room. It was Erik Varga.
I find it very important topic.
Yes, this is not the solution for everybody, but you need to try. Her eyes, when she mounted the gun and when she opened, she fired the shot and she sees two barrels.
Some shooters are using the tunnels in front of their beads, or maybe also the small bridges, you know, in the shape of L, to put in front of the bead on the rib. In these cases, it might help them.
Absolutely.
What about some kind of color sensitivity testing? When some shooter approaches you and you will find the right type of curve, you will choose the right legs they want and that they fit them. How they will choose the colors?
So I shot 2 rounds of clays in the Olympic competition with Randalls. I shot the last one with Castellanis, and I shot the final with Pilla glasses, and I took my medal there. Shot 49 out of 50 in the final with a orange. It's a max orange lens.
Many shooters can see 2 beads and they think it's normal. And then you have got the other part of shooters that they can see only 1 bead and look at the other part of shooters and think they are not normal. Hello everyone, today I'm here with a special host, Håkan Dahlby, who is Swedish double trap shooter, 4-time Olympian, winner of a silver medal at Olympic Games in London. But what is even more important and interesting is the fact that Håkan developed new eye lenses technology for shooters with eye cross dominance. Yeah. Really, thanks a lot, Håkan, for coming today. We will try to answer some of the basic questions connected with choosing the right shooting lenses today. Because all of the shooters at some point of their career deal with some questions around eyes, and by that I mean improving their performance by seeing better also in difficult weather conditions, improving comfort during shooting, and many others. Some of shooters have farsightedness or nearsightedness, and one of less known eye problem is cross dominance, for which Håkan found the solution. Can you please tell us more about it?
Absolutely. The cross-eye domination is a big problem, and a lot of people I meet when I'm coaching them has no clue how much dominance they have or how it affects the shooting. So, and then this lens is what we made is because of my own problem. I am a right-handed shooter. My dominant eye is right, but with age, and also, I mean, if your head is tired, you shoot the final in the afternoon, it's like 40 degrees, you are tired, your eyes is tired, your brain is tired, and sometimes I could find out then when I was mounting the gun that I could, sometimes my left eye took over and I see the left side of the barrel. So I closed my eye and then opened, mounted the gun, and I shot. So that's a quick solution, but with age, the problem occurred more often. So I asked Pilla to ask Zeiss in Germany if, because I came up with this idea, I've been watching people having this problem. I've been to courses in eye problem, and then I came with this solution, and I asked Zeiss, could we do this? And could we make the lenses darker or with different color or different, how can I say, polarization from the inside? This is what Zeiss came up with. So they polarized the lens on the inside, and that's keep the the lens more darker on the inside, and on the outside they made a mirror coating, so no transmittance of the lens, so no lights goes through the lens from the outside. That keeps the left side of the eye much more darker, and that forces the right eye to be the dominant eye. So if I show you a standard lens, this is like a green lens like this with standard color, and this, you see the difference. It's like a mirror coating on the left side. It's, you see yourself in it, and on the from the inside it's just much darker. So this is the solution what Zeiss came up with, and we tested it last year. We did 5 different colors, and we had a great success. I gave it away to some shooters who had this problem, and all of a sudden they could shoot with 2 eyes. It's not for everybody, and the solution, I can't help 100% of all the people who has this cross-eye dominant problems. What you can ask yourself, do you see left side of the barrel? If you do that, maybe this lens won't help you. If you see 2 dots or 1 dot or beat, you see 1 beat and a shadow, yes, this will help. If you see also, or you sometimes this problem occurs and it disappears, it's fluctuation, it comes and goes back again, or like in Fatima Galvez, I don't know, you know who she is. She was closing she was closing her eyes when she mounted the gun, and when she opened, she fired a shot, and she sees 2 barrels. But with these lenses, she can shoot with 2 eyes open. She sees 1 barrel, 1 target, and if you find the right solution for your eyes, your cross-eye domination, I'm happy, and you will be a superstar in shooting.
So, as you already mentioned before, it sounds that not everybody has this kind of problem all the time they are shooting. It might appear maybe with some tiredness of the eyes.
Yeah. And also, tiredness, or your brain is tired, and then sometimes your left eye takes over. And in my personal experience, that I was just closing my left eye, opened and cold, and then it worked. So that's and I'm shooting every day with these lenses now, and as soon as I have any shooter who has this problem, they will test the lenses, and up to 70-75% of all the shooters who've been trying it, if they have this cross-eye domination problem, this is a great solution for them.
It's really interesting to hear that, because I think that many shooters who will see our interview will ask, how can I, as a shooter, test my eye dominance, if I'm right eye dominant or left eye dominant?
Well, this is what I see when people comes to me for coaching. I always look when you're standing in front of the barrel when they mount the gun, and then you see immediately how the shooter are making a good stance or mounted the gun perfectly. If it's lined up over the barrel, and they don't see left side of the barrel, this will be then you see if the shooter have left or right eye dominate. Also, when a quick test is shooting a straight away target, and then you see if the shooter looks at the target and the barrel goes up from underneath up to the target instead of just shooting beside it. So then you also see if the shooter has any type of eyesight problem. And also, as a shooter, you have different advices. You can put a patch or a dot on the glasses, or you close your left eye or whatever. But the problem is that you don't see any depth, you don't see any distance. And if this lens could help you can shoot with two eyes open. You can see depth, you can see distance, and you can match the targets much easier. Especially like not only for straight out targets, but if you're shooting is a sporting crosser, you can when the target comes out, you can follow through, and the brain will decide where the barrel is, so you can pull the trigger. If you have a cross-eye domination problem, your brain doesn't know exactly where the barrel or to decide if it's enough lead to hit the target. So it's a big problem, and this is one of the solutions. It's as I told you before, this is not 100% solution, but up to 70-75%, and that's good enough for me.
You know, because it's very popular, this kind of exercise. Many coaches are doing with their athletes, and it's really basic. It's about putting your finger, right in front of you, and closing one of your eye, and then looking with the other eye if it moved. And in the case it moved, they will say, okay, so you are right eye dominant or left eye dominant. But in this exercise, I think nobody will ever say I'm cross-eye dominant.
Well,
because it always moves.
It's always moves, yes. And if you mount it like you were showing me like this, and you closing left eye, you open the left eye and the finger moves, then you're definitely eye dominated, cross eye dominated. But if you're mounting the gun like this and you're pointing at the finger and you open the left eye and the finger doesn't move, you are right-handed and you are right hand also dominant. So then you don't have a big problem. But sometimes when your head gets tired, you will see left side of the barrel. Yeah,
or maybe the two beats, as you mentioned.
Yes. And even also if you have no dominant eye, you are center domination, these lenses will help you, because then the brain will tell you to have a master eye on the right or the left. Yeah.
So do you think that in the cases some shooters are using the tunnels in front of their beats, or maybe also the small bridges, in the shape of L, to put in front of the beat on the rib? In these cases, it might help them.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no 100% solution for everything. And even if I spoke to the manager for aim point for red dot sites, and this is a good solution for hunting, or I mean, but for shooting clay targets, it's not going to work, because your brain will still look at the left side of the barrel, not on the red dot. But for shooting hunting, that would be perfect, because you see one animal on the ground running and you can decide where to pull the trigger on, but they are not running so fast like a wild boar as a clay target in Olympic trap. It's much more different. So I prefer.
Yes, but if sorry to interrupt you, but if the shooter, has the bridge, they can see one beat that is shining and then one beat that it's not shining. So
yeah, but you need to know which beat you're going to put on the target. If it's the left one or the right one. The same as if you see one beat and the shadow. Where do you want to? What type of? If you're going to put the shadow or the beat on the target, and that's. I mean, if your brain gets tired, it will be mixed up. So that's not the good solution. So if this will help or help you as a shooter, I'm happy.
Have you got some picture? How can shooters see through the glasses, or you know what I mean? Like how does it look like, so they can imagine?
Yeah. I'm going to take mine. I'm shooting with eye prescription. And this is from the inside. This is how it looks like. So it's much Do you see that? You see the
Yes, yes, it's
you see
visible.
the darker on the left side? So you see when it goes like this. So same on this side here. This is what's occur. You don't, I mean, if you look like you don't see me now because of the mirror coating. Here, you see.
Yes, but right now it looks much, much darker. How is it possible that from the inside it's not that big difference?
Your eye gets used to when you mount you put the lenses in front, you see immediately that it's darker. But if you wait 1 or 2 minutes, you can't see the difference. And the left eye, it's more calmer. I show you like this. So
Oh,
like this.
yes.
Yeah. So it's the left eye calms down, but the right eye is you see everything. You see through perfectly both, but this left side of the lens is much, much, much darker, and it doesn't get any, as I told you before, no light goes through the lens from the outside.
I'm sure some shooters will ask if it might work also with other brands when they have got split glasses, you know, that is one glass, and they will take one glass lighter and one glass darker. Or
Yeah.
will
No,
or
I
not?
mean, yeah, it's, I mean, if you take like Randolph Ranger or Delaro or any, you have two
Yes.
split glasses. You can put one darker here and one lighter here, but it's not the solution we made. We made a more higher technology thing with polarization on the inside. We had this, as I told you, mirror coating on the outside. So it's a high tech product from Zeiss. And if Zeiss didn't believe that this product is good quality, they wouldn't release it. Absolutely not.
I heard that Zeiss has got a really difficult process of approving the lenses,
Yeah,
and especially one test when they are throwing 500 grams of steel onto the glasses and
yeah,
they can't break. Are these glasses going through the same process?
exactly the same. Yeah. I mean, we've been testing for ricochet, the glasses on 15 meters, 20 meters with steel or lead, and nothing goes through. So for ricochet, this is proof, 100% proof. For bulletproof, then this is good to know if you're an IPSC shooter or a clay target shooter, because some shooting like skeet, if you're standing on station 1 or 8, and you have an incoming and you pull the trigger and you have a big piece of the clay target coming in, I mean, to hit your eye, or it will not go through the lens 100%. So very important that it's good high quality technology that Zeiss is bringing out to the market.
Okay, and do you think that these eye cross dominance lenses may help also skeet or parkour shooters or sporting, or is it just for Olympic trap?
No, it's for all types of clay target shooting or hunting. I went to Hungary last year for the World Championships in compact sporting, and I had some shooters who are struggling with crosses left and right on long distance, and they came up said, "No, I can't hit on 40 meters. Can you help me?" So I gave them a lens, and they went up. All of a sudden, they came back and they said they shot at 24 or so. Um, they were happy. They bought the lenses, and what can I say? It helped them, and it's not only for one discipline. It's for all types of shooting. And as I said, it's not only for of the shooters who have this cross-eye domination, it's for all shooters. You will be even more right-handed or right dominated or left dominated if you're using this lens. But up to 70, 75%, this lens will help the problem.
So now you mentioned left dominated. It means that you have got also a variation for left-handed shooters?
Correct. Yes, it's for left hand and right hand. We have them in Outlaw X6 and Outlaw X7 model in 12 different colors. Yeah.
How is it with the comfort during longer periods of time? Because under some glasses, shooters may sweat more in summer, or it might hurt the side, the side legs. How does this pillar solve?
Well, I mean, you need to polish all lenses because the fat from face will also from eyebrows. You will get fat from them, so you need to clean all lenses. But they have this anti-fog coating on all pillar lenses. You can also activate. I don't like to have any chemicals on it, but Zeiss has a different. Patch. You can have like towels with a special foam on it, and that's mostly for I use my glasses when I go skiing in minus 20 degrees, and when you go inside they fog, but with this thing we put on the lenses it doesn't fog up. So the same when you come to with a shooting competition with high humidity. If you use the right cloth, this will not fog up. So it's going to be perfect all time.
And what about the models, like you mentioned, the Outlaw? Is it more for sweating in the summer than, for example, the Panther series, because they look more breathable under the glasses or from the side?
Yeah, I like lenses who are from, how can I, sticking out from the face. I don't like to have too much light from underneath, but that, it's from all shooters have. Yeah, they say that I like it this way or that way. I like it this lens. I like this color. So that's why Pilla has so many different models, so many different colors. So we have something for everybody. And I like my Outlaw to be as close as they can to my face. Yeah.
You mentioned that you have got the optical insert in your glasses. So
Yes.
my next question is how does Pilla solve it? Is it movable? Because some companies have got it that it's solidly put on the glasses, and sometimes it's moving on the nose piece. So how is it with Pilla?
The ones I'm using is a silicone insert. It's like this. And you attach it on the sweat bar up here. So you put it like this. See you here. Oh, it's on.
Okay.
Easy.
So does it fog under or with the right cloth knot?
Yeah, if you clean it, it wasn't fog up. So it's just going to be perfect all the time. But I mean, again, eyebrows get fat, so you need or greasy. You need to clean the greasiness from on the lens, and it doesn't affect me when if I clean them, it won't affect me.
When a shooter decides to buy your Pilla glasses and also they want to use this insert, how does the testing work? What's the process?
My recommendation is when you have an eyesight problem or need prescription, you go to an optician, not an normal optician, because they will sell you they will make you a prescription that's made for you. But if you want to be the top notch of prescription, you go to a size optician. So you Google, where do I find a size optician? And you go there, book it a time, go there, and the optician there will take care of you. And why do you need that? Yeah, but if you buy, you're gonna spend a lot of money see good, you go to an optician. All of a sudden, you get this prescription, and normal company who makes the prescription lenses has an optical center in the middle there.
Right.
Then
Yes.
if you look up on the left side, top or low side on the right, you will see what I mean. How can I say? Not 100% focused, but with a new lens who came from Zeiss, is called eye scription. It has, instead of having one center, optical center, it has 1700 points. So
Wow.
if you look up here or you look there, down here, it's optical center on all the lens. Look up eye scription from Zeiss. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth every penny. So
Yeah,
the best
because you will look through them in the perfect position only 25 times for 5 seconds. And the rest of the 25 minutes round, you have to look everywhere else. And then you might get nausea. So this is eliminating it, right?
It's fantastic. As I told you, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth every penny. 1700 dots, optical center, the whole lens. So, especially that's very good if you shoot a very fast discipline like skeet or sporting or Olympic trap, because you have to have a quick movement of the eye and focus it. So, I mean, always recommend this.
What about the eye shields from side? Many shooters like to use them, especially during the competitions. Does Pila have something?
I
And
know.
how is it in summer when everybody is sweating?
I show you. It looks like this. You put them on the frame. Here. You can adjust them back and forth. And depends on what type of frame you have. So, you know, the ISSF rules, they can't stick out in front of the glass. And it's full adjustable, it's cardboard like this. Very easy to put on.
From what material is it done?
Some type of plastic thing. But it's soft. It doesn't break. Oh. And I shoot it. I shoot with those to stay in my little bubble when you're focusing. Yeah, I've been shooting all my career with side blinders.
What about competitions in summer or big humidity? What did you do? Aren't you sweating too much under these side blinders?
I normally don't have any big problem, but when it was really hot, I normally always shoot with a cap, and then if it's really hot, I took the cap off, and then you get it's a little bit not that sweaty, but you know, you have your towel on the side, you take the lens off, and you dry yourself, and then put the glasses on again, and keep on winning medals. See target, shoot it, and don't think about it, because this is in your focus, on your in your how can I say, in the time when you step up the on the station, in your bubble, you have this checklist, and as long as you follow your checklist, you're not focusing on if you're sweating or not. You make sure that when you are ready, you call the target and you smoke it.
That's really great advice from Olympic champion. Tell me, you mentioned more type of legs Pila offers. So when some shooter approaches you, how does the test of the perfect legs for them work? And how does it work?
Well, all heads are different. Like, for example, this frame here is called Copa Mundial. It's an edge frame. We can adjust everything. And this is if you have this prescription. So if you depends how much you're bending or mounting the hard, you can adjust the lens on the frame. So I show you here. Right, wrong side. Here. So if you have this, you can adjust the lens. You can tilt it. And this is not, this is if you have this astigmatism problem, so you need a prescription with astigmatism, and then you can adjust it so it doesn't matter how hard you're mounting on the stock, you will see perfect vision in front. Also, if you are shooting,
sorry, just to interrupt you, but it's not for the shooters that will go to the size optics, because you mentioned before that the size can give you the center of your view everywhere, or the
yes,
astigmatism is different case.
If you have astigmatism, even if you look up there, you need the right angle. Here, it's like if you're shooting IPSC and you're shooting here, you have one angle, but if you're mounting the gun, that's a different angle. So you need to adjust the lens, even if you have eye description and your eyes is moving inside the, how can I say? So you see fast left or fast right. You need to have still the lens that's vertical in front of your eyes. That's why this is good if you have this problem, so you can adjust it.
So to all shooters with prescription, you are recommending this kind of sight legs, right?
If you have astigmatism, yes, but if you don't have it, you don't need it. You can have a standard frame. So you have a cable frames, you have straight legs like this in different materials, you have rubber frames, you have, this one is a carbon frame. You have a standard carbon frame with rubber, so it's like it's split behind the ears. I have everything for all types of shooting, all types of heads, different size of heads. If it's a narrow, small face, you have a different model called X7. If you have a wider face like mine, you have an X6. And the difference is the angle of the curve of the lens. So if you have a small face, you take a more lens called X7 with a small curve, and this one is more straight. And the bigger prescription you have, my recommendation to have a X6 lens because it's more straight.
That's very interesting. Thank you. What about some kind of color sensitivity testing? When some shooter approaches you and you will find the right type of curve, you will choose the right legs they want, and that they fit them. How they will choose the colors?
I asked them if they have any type of shooting glasses before, and then I asked them what type of color they normally use. Some of them say, "Why, I love brown. I shoot a lot of brown." Okay. Do you also like orange or yellow? Yes, I have mostly brown and yellow. And there is like two different color curves, and that's if you like brown, you normally also like yellow or sometimes orange, because that's the same type of line. And the next line is if you like purple, you also normally like red and green. So that's a different color line. But then you have people who can easily shoot with both brown and purple and red, and that's I mean, it's up to the shooter who decides, not me. I can just recommend that most of the people who are shooting with red dot, they are using red lenses or pink lenses. If you're shooting on a metal target, they normally use a purple lens. If they shoot clay target, red is good, orange is good, paper target is also orange. If you shoot clay targets, sporting, different weather conditions like gray sky, light purple is one of the best. Also black targets, purple is good. Take away snow, as we have in the northern countries, dark purple is fantastic. So I can do all, I can show them a palette of all types of colors and specialize them just for you and your shooting discipline in all types of weather conditions.
That's really great. It sounds impressive. And when somebody would like to buy these glasses, can they test it on the range, or how does the whole process go?
Yeah, either you depends on on which country, and they normally, like Pila normally has agents in each country. You can ask them if they have some lenses or some models that the shooter can test, so the model will fit your face. And then also, if you are on the shooting range, you have a friend who's using Pilas, ask them what type of lens colors they are using. Could they test their lens before you buy? Because all eyes is different. It's just very individual what you and your shooting discipline needs. So my recommendation is ask your best friend if they have a pillar, or come to a competition, ask some shooter if they can test models or colors, or call me, I will help them. Absolutely. Yeah.
So you can agree with definitely not buying sunglasses without any outdoor testing, right?
I would recommend to test before. It's a big difference to buy something, and also don't buy a fixed kit of lenses, because that will end up that you may be using one or two out of three lenses. So it's better you buy the colors that fits your eyes and your shooting discipline. My recommendation to shooters is that I've been testing this for so many years. I've been shooting since the 90s, and I've been testing all types of eyewear on the market, from Oakley's to Decot to Castellani's, Randolph Ranger. I've seen through all types of shooting eyewear, and when I was shooting with Randolph's, I started with Oakley's, and we got this eye problem. They put a prescription inside, like an implant, but it didn't work. So I went to Randolph Ranger. They made me shooting glasses with prescription. I won a lot of medals with that. All of a sudden, I saw something we were shooting in Kuwait. One guy came from America with high-def specs model, and we tested this. It was like a copy of Castellani's, you know, but high-def specs was much better in quality of the lens. And then a couple of years later, one guy came from USA called Philip Pillar, and he bought this high-def specs, and he contacted Zeiss Optics in Germany, and they made a collaboration. And all of a sudden, they had the best lenses in the world with different models and different colors for all types of weather conditions. And then, I mean, if you're spending so much time on the shooting range, you spend money buying a $10,000 or $15,000 gun or euro on a Prozzi or Krieghoff or Beretta, and you spend a lot of money buying shot shells and practice, but you don't see. I mean, you buying piece of crap like cheap lenses. It's better you save the money then to buy a high quality eyewear product, and then you will see what you're shooting at. So see better, shoot better. This is my suggestion.
you also mentioned when we talked before this interview, the London Olympics. Can you tell us the story once again?
I had a contract with Randolph Ranger, and also this is good. It's not only two; it's like three contracts that I ended that year. I had a contract with Randolph Ranger. We tested Castellanis, and then I started with pillars. So I shot 2 rounds of clays in the Olympic competition with Randalls. I shot the last one with Castellanis, and I shot the final with pillar glasses, and I took my medal there. Shot 49 out of 50 in the final with a orange. It's a max orange lens, and thank you, Philip Pilla, for this.
Wow, really, really impressive stories. I hope that I will be able to find some photos of you in the Olympics. It would be great to add it here. So thanks a lot, Hakan, for this interview. I really appreciate your time and your great advices and all the experience you shared. And maybe see you some other times.
Absolutely. Good luck with shooting. Take care. True story. I was in Malaga. I came in to speak with some Finnish friends, and all of a sudden there's a guy sitting like this inside the room. It was Erik Varga, and he was very depressed, very depressed. And I said, "What's the matter? What's the problem?" He said, my shooting career is over. I can't hit anything. And I shoot like 17 or 16 or 18 like this. I said, what is the problem? Yeah, I have this cross-eye domination problem. We tried everything with the optician, went to the doctor, we made a lot of tests, and now I think my shooting career is over. I said, okay. Then we spoke, had a long discussion. I said, maybe I have a solution for you. And this is what I've been developing with size. So I said, oh, what's this? I said, I tell you, next time I meet you, I will give you some lenses. We met up in Italy for the World Cup, and I gave him a couple of lenses, and he tested it, went out, and the first thing he mounted a gun and said, I see one barrel now. I see one target. And he then, after maybe 2 or 3 shots, he turned again and said, I don't feel so good. He said, why? The left eye is a little bit too dark and I can't really focus. I said, okay, but just we shoot one round and then we let me know what you feel. And he shot a 21, maybe like this. Yeah, 21, I think. Okay. He took off the glass and said, "Oh, I don't know if this is going to work." But I mean, you see one barrel, you see one target. Yeah, and I'm in control. I see the target, I move the barrel, I pull the trigger on the target, and I break it. So good. Okay. So we shot another round, and all of a sudden he shot a 24, 23, 25, and then I let him have these lenses. And then a couple of months later, we shot the Europeans there, and he shot brilliant. And then he won the Slovakian champion, who shot 123 out of 125. And he calls me and said, Håkan, this is fantastic. I shoot with 2 eyes open. I see one target. I hit it. And it feels like my old Erik Varga. I'm back in business. So he was really, really satisfied. And then I've been asking also Alessandra Perelli, because she's having this eye patch on the lenses. And she tested it and she hit everything straight out. But as soon as the target went 5-10 degrees left or 5 to 10 degrees right, she saw 2 targets. And this is not easy. So she has a bigger problem. And she tried, but it didn't work for her. there is an Irish guy, Derek, and he bought his lenses, and he hasn't missed final, and not he won all the medals when he bought his lenses, and he told me, Håkan, this is fantastic. I just wish I got this lens for 40 years ago. So Georgina Konstantinas from Cyprus also. She came third now in Grand Prix in Cyprus, but she won all the selections before. Also, Fiammetti Rossi, same. I mean, she found the lenses and it works for her. So I have a long list of shooters who have been trying it and are very successful. Yes, this is not the solution for everybody, but you need to try. And when you find the solution, you will be very happy. You can see with 2 eyes open. You see one target, you see one barrel, you go straight to it and you pull the trigger and magic appears.